Nigeria Gone, episode 3. Today, in episode 3, we are discussing Nigeria's real enemies. Knowledge, they say, is power. And if you don't know where you are coming from, you would not know where you are going. It's another important and popular quote. The cerebral and legendary Bob Marley, in one of his music called The Rat Race, set a background for this episode. And one of the comments he made in Rat Race, which is very important to us, is that we need to know our history. We need to know our history, because if we don't know our history, if we don't know where we are coming from, then it doesn't matter the speed at which we are going nowhere. It is like, there are water everywhere, but there's none to drink. And in that music, Rat Race, he said, there's water everywhere, but the fool is still thirsty. Nigeria seems to be looking for its enemies, and they have been searching for it from all nooks and crannies of this country, except where the enemies are. They are busy setting up all kinds of roadblocks in the south and the southeast, police checkpoints in thousands and hundreds of thousands, military checkpoints in hundreds of thousands, disturbing, distracting, harassing, intimidating the people, as if that is where the problem of the country is. The truth is that nobody in Nigeria wants Nigeria to so stand as Nigeria, as majority of people of the south of Nigeria are. They are the only people who are not marauding this country. They are the only people who have destroyed this country. They are the people who want to keep this country. And, we started this episode of this series of Nigeria Gone to call attention to the fact that Nigeria is a great place. It is worthy of being saved. Real sacrifices, I don't mean killing a number or a group of people or innocent people to keep Nigeria, but what I mean is providing good governance, serving the people of this country, and doing everything to save this country, which is reasonable and civilized, is something that everyone in this country, whether you are a citizen or a ruler, political ruler or citizen, must do. And this is the reason why the series on Nigeria Gone is set up, to call attention to the fact that we can save this country, and we are going to be pointing at those things that are causing the problem and disquiet. A lot of them are being ignored by our people. So viewers, we want to invite you to be with us in this program and to spend time with us this night, trying to establish this important message. As I worry about Nigeria, the fact that a great and huge, populous, well-endowed in material and mineral and human resources country like Nigeria is now tottering and sliding into a failed state in the face of abundance of human and material resources. The words of Bob Marley in Rat Race keep coming back to me. How can we be a fool that is inside a huge stream of water, flowing water, and we are thirsty? Only a fool will be inside water and is thirsty. My people have a proverb that, when it is interpreted in English, says, how can I stay in a pool of running water and soap will now enter my eyes and stay there and start causing me stress? That's a question that people ask themselves when they have acted foolishly. Viewers, we welcome you to this program. We want you to know exactly what we are pursuing. We want you to join us and make this a robust discussion through your comments and questions. If you feel anything about this country, if you feel that this country is worth saving, please share a comment and let us know. And if you feel that this country is not worth saving, also share a comment and let us know. The important thing is that we need to talk about this country. Otherwise, when you start falling into that ravine, everyone will be hurt, whether you're big or small, whether you're rich or poor, whether you're in a political office or not. So all of us must speak about it. We need to discuss it. Nigerians need to sit down and talk about this country and make decisions on a no-hold bars, no-go areas established kind of discussion. That's what we must do. We need to do this and do it quickly. So how come we do not know where we are coming from, which is a big problem? We are in a pool of running water, and soap has filled our eyes. Are we fools that we are inside water and we are thirsty, like fools, like Bob Marley said? We need to know our history, as Bob Marley called out. So over the years, I've been worried how it is that we are inside an ocean of water and soap is staying in our eyes. How come we have abundance of water and we are still thirsty? Fools don't worry about, don't know anything. The cerebral Bob Marley cautioned about this many years ago in this masterpiece of his music called The Rat Race. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. How could this be our lot? Are we fools? I do not subscribe to our being fools, because Nigeria houses the most brilliant minds that this world has ever talked about. The most brilliant minds to walk this earth are in Nigeria. We ought to know better. We should not do what we are doing right now. As I look at Nigeria today, I see a people and a government who either do not know who their real enemies are, or who are dubiously trying to divert attention from the real enemy. Hence, they are wasting their energies pursuing rats while their house is burning. Nigeria is a country where our house is on fire. We cannot pursue rats by diverting attention, looking for enemies where they are not. Important questions that need answers if we want to be honest with ourselves are: number one, who really want to destroy Nigeria? We need to ask that question and find the answer. Who really need to destroy Nigeria? And my questions towards that is it indigenous peoples of Biafra who are seeking for a referendum for self-determination without any arms? Is it IPOB, an unarmed group seeking for self-determination through referendum, through a discussion, through what we need to have done more than 30 years ago if we wanted this country to fulfill its place in the Committee of Nations? Think about it. Is it the people of Benue State who merely want to be able to go to their farms peacefully and produce food for the rest of Nigeria? That's what they are known for, agriculture. They produce a lot of food, all parts of Benue State, and they use it to support the Nigerian state. And all they ask for is to peacefully go to their farms and be able to farm without being disturbed by Fulani herdsmen. Is that something wrong to ask? We need answers to these questions. Or is it the Fulani whose political elites have overtly and covertly declared a war to conquer Nigeria, control all its resources, who have either sponsored or supported or justified the existence of 5 different terrorist organizations, namely Boko Haram, Islamic State of West Africa Province, Fulani herdsmen, Al-Qaeda in Islamic Maghreb, and Ansaru. All these are militant organizations that are Islamic and Fulani controlled, that are terrorizing every part of Nigeria today. Are they the enemies? We need to be start finding those answers. According to reports available in the media, these groups are one and the same, especially in purpose. They are killing, kidnapping, raping, destroying, and causing peace, lack of peace and disquiet, and the cause of unity among the country, the people of this country right now. That is what these groups, all these 5 groups that are supported very powerfully by the Fulani class are doing. Okay, let me share a video with you that is available. That is the origin is Benue State of Nigeria, and the people of Benue State, through their governor, are asking who really want to destroy Nigeria. And let's listen to Governor Samuel Otom of Benue State.
If we adopted presidential system of government from America, why can't we adopt ranching from America? Of course, we have done that in Benue State here, and you have seen that it has succeeded. So this question of erasing those who oppose to Fulani men. I also heard about the press statement issued by the presidency when the governor of Ondo issued a 7-day ultimatum that the Fulani should leave the forest. The presidency came out swiftly and said that it is wrong for him to say that. But when people are killed in Benue, killed in Ondo, killed in Ekiti, killed in Taraba, killed in Jigawa, killed in Zamfara, killed in all these places by these herdsmen, and they come out. There is one Fulani social cultural organization called FUNA, who came out and claimed responsibility and said that they are going to do more. They will mobilize Fulanis from all over the place to come and take over Nigeria, that it is their ancestral land. Presidency did not say anything. But they quickly ordered the arrest of an activist who stood up to speak and to work against his people. What else will you do? When you see your people being killed, you see your people's farm being razed down, being eaten off by herdsmen, what else will you do as a patriotic person of that community? What else will you do? It's just the same thing. The World Terrorist Index have described Fulani as the 4th terrorist group in the world. But up to today, they have not cared, the federal government have not cared to declare herdsmen as terrorist organization. And they have gone further to form Mietiala, Cattle Hore, Mietiala, Cattle Breeders, Mietiala, this one, Funam, that one. And federal government is romancing with them. And federal government comes out to defend them. Anytime something happens to them, but when they cause pains in the lives of other people, federal government will keep quiet. Federal government have gone ahead to ban iPod. Why can't they ban? What did iPod do that they went ahead and banned them? This one that Fulanis are taking over everywhere under the watch of the presidency, and they're not saying it. What is the meaning of that? What are they trying to say? When you talk, they will come after you. Some people are afraid in this country to talk because if they come, EFCC will come after them. ICPC will come after them. Security agencies will come after them. They did that to me. And I went to court against them and I won. They did that to me. They tried to impeach me. But by the grace of God, I survived. So these are the issues. So why do you need to go and talk about that man must be arrested? How about the Fulani men that kill people, remove people's eyes, give people gradual killing? Have you made any attempt to arrest them? All these things are all over the place on social media. And that is why I'm calling on Mr. President to act fast. Otherwise, it will be late. And all of us will be consumed. We may wake up one day and we'll discover that we don't have a country. called Nigeria again. And the only way to do it is for our leader, the president, to come in and act fast and behave like a president who is for everybody and is for nobody. But the way the presidency is behaving now is a contradiction to what he told us and the oath of office that he took.
Thanks for checking out Symphony on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.
Thank you. And remember, we are looking for who are Nigeria's real enemies. This is part 1 of episode 3 of Going Gone Nigeria on the topic, who are Nigeria's real enemies. We will share more videos with you that will give you a picture of what is going on the ground in this country. That will help you get a picture of what is going on. So at the end of the day, the intention is to have you decide by yourself who are Nigeria's real enemies. Who are they? Governor Tom made it clear here that the Fulani herdsmen, the bandits controlled by the Fulani herdsmen, has been rated as the number 4 of the most deadly terrorist organizations in the world, and they have not been declared terrorist organization and proscribed, but they have gone ahead to proscribe IPOB that did nothing, that have never carried arms on any day against this state. There has not been any time IPOB has said they are carrying arms to shoot at people of Nigeria. Yes, they have been declared terrorist organization and proscribed. But the last time the Minister of Information was tackled on this, he said they cannot attack, proscribe a faceless organization. The bandits are not faceless. They have been identified to belong to the same group, to be part of Boko Haram. They have been accepted and clearly acknowledged as part of their people by Mieti Allah and Funam and all the other Fulani organizations that are running roughshod over the people of this country. And we have videos of people speaking about these things. Let's listen briefly to something that Dr. Obadiah Mailafia shared with Nigerians sometime last year, which led to his being invited for discussion by the security agencies of Nigeria. Let's listen to Dr. Obadiah Mailafia.
Which is it for you, Dr. Obadiah? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. How would the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think he would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. 1 or 2 who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, They want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
We are looking out for those who are the real enemies of Nigeria. And the reason why this is important to identify it is so that if you are the president of this country, if you are a ruler, one of the political rulers of this country, when you are looking for these enemies, you find them for who they really are, that you do not go to helpless, defenseless people and divert attention to those ones and then kill innocent ones or disabling innocent people, while the real enemy of the survival of this country is still running riots all over the country. If you listen to Dr. Obadiah Malapia, you will learn more. These bandits who are kidnapping hundreds of school children at the same time, and I don't know how the man planned that logistic on bikes and buses alone, and nobody stops them until they are able to take these people inside and demand ransom. We know they have been paid ransom, running into billions. And we have been told that they are justified to carry guns. The AK-47. AK-47 is a prohibited weapon. It is a military assault weapon, and only the military, the armed forces and police have right to carry AK-47. But the Fulani bandits have carried these weapons. They have carried them and taken photographs with government officials of this country. Now, when you look at all of these things, the question comes back, who are the real enemies of this country? Is it IPOB that is asking for self-determination through a referendum by peaceful means? Or is it the Fulani herdsmen, bandits, the Boko Haram and all of that, all the people who are supporting them all over the country? Let's listen to what Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State had to say about banditry in Nigeria, the herdsmen, and he is justifying the fact that they ought to be carrying arms. Let's listen to him, and so that you can learn more, because we are looking for who are Nigeria's enemies, who are the people that Nigeria should focus attention on and know what to do with them in order to secure this country, in order to save it from collapse. Because Nigeria is at a precipice right now, and it is slipping down, even down the Gulf. This effort is one of the efforts that we are making to see if we can save it. Listen to Bala Mohammed as you think by yourself to find out who the real enemies of Nigeria are.
I will tell you something that I told my colleagues about the herders and farmers clashes in Nigeria. You have seen what our colleagues in the southwest are doing, and some of them from the southeast. Some of us told them with all modesty and humility, you are wrong. But the person that is most wrong is the governor of Benue State, my brother and my colleague, Governor Otto. He started all this. If you don't accommodate other tribes, we are also accommodating your tribes in Bauchi and other places. We have so many people.
We will try to pull up this video again in due course, and so that you'll be able to listen to what the governor of Bauchi State had to say about the herdsmen. Before then, let's try and see if we can listen to what the president of the Middle Belt Forum had to say about the experiences with the people we are considering. It is for you to judge who the real enemies of Nigeria are.
Of their communities through these bandits. Some of these bandits are our local Fulani. Government did nothing. A lot of those areas that are being attacked are now being taken over to be handed over to Fulani for either livestock transformation program or as areas for ranching of cattle. By the time the government has taken over, we have talked about Ladoga over and over. Now it is larger than Ladoga. Where will these people go to? Their land has been taken over. They are Nigerians. They are in IDP camps. where would they go? They have lost their ancestral land. So the whole thing, whether it is Kaduna, it is Benue, where the governor stood his ground and went up to the extent of implementing no herding of cattle,
no open grazing.
He has been able to do it because as a governor, he is the chief security officer in the state. But in that of Kaduna, the governor seemed to be on the side of the Fulani. That's why it continues and the thing continues. And those areas are being taken over, just as I told you, to be handed over to the Fulani.
Remember, our question today is, who are Nigeria's real enemies? This is Nigeria Going, Gone, episode 3, Nigeria's real enemies, part 1. This is part 1 of Nigeria's real enemies. Our focus is on trying to highlight the different things that are indicating who the real enemies of this country are and what we should be doing in order to save this country. If you do not feel it, if you do not know it, if you don't understand that Nigeria is on a precipice and only about to cave in into the ravine and be destroyed forever, you need to be aware now. And if you think that when this happens, that you'll be free, then you are missing the point. You are losing out on what is serious. You are running in harm's way. So Nigeria's real enemies. This is Nigeria's real enemies is episode 3 of Nigeria Going, Gone. Let's share a video with you. First, let's make an attempt and see if we can listen to Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State. And if that video can come up, we will show you one from Dr. Damages of Sahara Reporters.
I will tell you something that I told my colleagues about the herders and farmers clashes in Nigeria. You have seen what our colleagues in the southwest are doing, and some of them from the southeast. Some of us told them with all modesty and humility, you are wrong. But the person that is most wrong is the governor of Benue State, my brother and my colleague, Governor Otto. He started all this. If you don't accommodate other tribes, we are also accommodating your tribes in Bauchi and other places. We have so many people working in Upami and Alkaleri.
Let's play you the video from Dr. Damages. This was shared on a WhatsApp group that I belong to. And he did a good analysis using his comic way to express the kind of mockery that Nigeria has become with what Nigerians are doing, which makes them the real enemies of this country. Let's listen to him. Okay, I do not know why this is happening.
So why is the war going on? Check. Why?
And we are having an ethnic war. The Fulani nomadic feels his existence is threatened.
Of course. And where there is Fulani war, against the others, what does that mean? It means what?
So what they do is when they have a war, they call other Fulanis from other countries, irrespective of where they are. Fulani is Fulani. They go to defend their kinsmen.
Oh, that makes sense. They come from outside Nigeria to fight for their brothers. Soldier ants do the same thing. And what happens? After they fight.
That's why they what do you call it? They transit the borders.
Yes, they came for an operation, a simple operation. Take out a few villages and go back. Soldier ants do that always. So they go back to the base, which explains this move by Governor El Rufai to go to other African countries to pay Fulani headsmen to stop coming into Nigeria to kill his people. Remember? Show them.
And yes, we offered them money. We said, look, if we have to pay you not to kill our people, we're happy to do it.
Is that the only solution that you're adopting to pay them to stop the killing?
That is the only solution we can see. If anyone has a better solution, you should give us.
Okay. Let's go back to Sheikh Gumi. He talked about Fulani headsmen as victims too. I know most of you don't know that. What?
His heart burnt down. Who's burning down his heart? Is somebody coming from a building? Somebody coming from a car. He doesn't own a car. He doesn't own a building. He doesn't enjoy anything of the Nigerian cake.
See? The man is very intelligent. He said that Fulani herdsmen do not enjoy the national cake, unlike the man who came out of a building.
I can't understand the kind of mind that these people have. Sheikh Gumi is a Fulani man. He is justifying the attack of Fulani men from all parts of the world. According to El Rufai, these are not even Nigerians. They pay them to stop killing Nigerians. They come to Nigeria, they see that Nigerians are coming out from houses and they are living in huts, and then they become angry. I mean, what is going on? What is going on? It is so clear here to me, but I think all of us need to come to that understanding together on who truly are Nigeria's enemies. The question I asked earlier is it the IPOB? IPOB is a peaceful organization that is looking for self-determination of its people by a referendum, which is a legal means, an inalienable right of each human being. The right to self-determination is guaranteed in the World Charter, the UN Charter, for every human being. How much is that an offense compared to somebody who had clearly, openly declared by the support of the political leaders of the ethnic group, the Fulani, that they are coming to this country to kill Nigerians because they are not enjoying the national cake, and I don't know whether they were there to bake the cake in the first place. So let's consider this. This is just episode 3 of Nigeria Going, Gone, which is the Nigeria's real enemies, part 1. This is just part 1. We are going to close this here today. This part 1 discussion will continue. We would like you to raise comments, both on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. And the names of both are the African Town Hall. Look for them. Make your comments, raise your own issues on these questions of who are Nigeria's real enemies? Nigeria's real enemies, who are they? Are they the ordinary Benue man that wants to go to his farm safely and peacefully and farm and return and make sure he produces food for Nigeria? Is it the IPOB, which is just a segment of the Southeast population that are looking for self-determination? Now, as we speak, there are more soldiers in the Southeast of Nigeria than there are in the whole of the North, where bandits have taken over completely and are kidnapping school children in drones every now and then. On all the forests of Nigeria taken over by bandits who are kidnapping, killing, and maiming people every day. Before we close this session, I really would like to share, and maybe we will share it again at some point, this video by the late Yinka Odumake, where he talked about his experiences with Nigeria police and the Fulani herdsmen, people and kidnappers who are kidnappers. Let's listen to Yinka Odumake as we close this session today.
I'll tell you a story. Last week, we had a meeting in Akure, and a professor came there. He said he was traveling from Ekiti to Ilesha when Fulani herdsmen were leading on the way. He managed to maneuver, to run, they shot at his car, he ran from the... Then when he got to the next police station, he stopped. Sorry, have you complaints? Have you complained? Have you complained? He was panting. What is it? Hey, what is it? I was almost outdated now. Yes. We have the happen so place. It was Fulani herdsmen. Sorry, you cannot report here. You have to go to the next station. He said he moved. He got to the next station. He said Fulani. No. You shall go to the last station. He said he got to almost 6 stations. They will not take his statements. About 5 years ago, a son of Chief Mkabela came to me. Uncle, help me talk to the governor of Ondo State. I want to do agriculture. Dr. Miko was going on Ondo State that time. I called him. I said, Your Excellency, please, our hero Abiola died. This is his son. You want to do agriculture in your state, give him land. Or Miko said, let him come and see me. Miko gave the boy land somewhere in the war, near war. He started. One day, Fulani herdsmen took over the place. This boy ran to the police in Akure. Said, Fulani herdsmen have taken over my farm. The people said, sorry. We have no power to ask against Fulani herdsmen in this station. Yes. Why? Because the commander-in-chief is also their grand patron. So, the security forces, they are hamstrung. You cannot begin to say that you are acting against terror activities of a group who has the president as their commander-in-chief. Because there's also a dubious word that's being used in farmers' herders clashes. What clashes? Somebody is using his farm, cutlass on his farm. Somebody is coming taking for to terrorize him, and you say clashes. It used to be herdsmen terror. But the federal government softly, in fact, we even learned that editors are called. So don't stop using this terror. Now stop saying clashes. It's not clashes. The herders are trespassing on farmers' land and they are terrorizing them. That's the right word. How is that a clash? They're now presenting as if it's two fighting. If it's two fighting, why is it that why is it we're not siding farmers? Why is it that herders they are always siding? When they say they want to call and say they want to give money, why is it that herdsmen they are calling? Now why didn't I go to the north today? In Darao, we want to create Ruga for those who are raising pigs. To go and raise pigs in Darao or Sokoto.
So beyond just the suspension, the federal government
they didn't suspend. They didn't suspend Ruga. Ruga is alive. They suspended unilateral implementation by the Ministry of Agric. Go and read Abakari's memo to the Ministry of Agric. They didn't say we suspended Ruga. They said the president has suspended the unilateral implementation of Ruga by the Agric Ministry. That's what is suspended. No Ruga syntax.
So we should be looking at the cancellation of the policy in its entirety.
Of course, that's the thing that can please us. Because suspension is what we call takia, deception. And many people are falling. I was doing that in my column yesterday, talking about people are falling, great men are falling for deception in Nigeria. In 1962, the Federal House was sitting, discussing extradition, when I always scribbled a note to Balewa. This was told about Bacholo himself to Inako. Prime Minister, when can we see? The Prime Minister responded, why not now? So I will head to Balewa's chambers. Mr. Prime Minister, what's the thing I'm hearing? That emergency will be declared in Western Nigeria. You're a lawyer. Everyone knows the process of declaring emergency rule. Why would that be contemplated? It's not possible. If ordinary people are, how can you believe that? Anything was discussed? I will say nothing. They parted, they shook hands, they left. That night, emergency rule was declared in Western Nigeria. So let nobody fall for the suspension. Nothing was suspended.
Now, as we continue to review what we are doing here today, it is becoming clearly obvious. The question is, Nigeria's real enemies, who are they? Who are Nigeria's real enemies? I hope you have learned a thing or two to help you conclude in that judgment. This is just part 1 of episode 3. Nigeria's real enemies. On the program, Nigeria going, gone. Nigeria is at a precipice. This is an effort to halt it. It is with a good intention we'll bring this information. The important thing is for us to think about it, talk about it, and resolve if we want to save this country. And there's a lot of deception in this country, a lot of fraud. The country itself is a fraud. It has no foundation. Unity is supposed to be unity underlined by a purpose. Nigeria is fulfilling no purpose for anybody. Even the Fulani in general are not receiving any fulfillment of purpose from this country. It is still a small clique of large number of Fulani supported by miscreants and saboteurs and rogue pretended rulers and leaders of people of Southeast and Southwest and South-South. It is not, there's no particular group in this country that this Nigeria as it is fulfilling anything for. So let us think about discussing this country on a round table with no holds barred. Before we come to constitutional conferences, the attempts at constitutional conferences have come with provisos that says no-go areas. There should be no-go area. This country has not been discussed before. It was fraudulently and forcefully ruled by colonial masters in the 1800s, amalgamated in 1914 by force without anybody's consent, held together by military force without anybody's consent, or with a dubious constitution. It is important for us to know that the real enemies of this country might be the constitution we are running right now, the people at the helm of affairs, those who have dubiously made sure that they kept dubious control without equity, without good governance, without rule of law. Let's consider rule of law. Let's consider equity. Let's consider good governance as the way to go. Meanwhile, the question is still burning. Nigeria's real enemies, who are they? Thank you for being with us this evening. And if you should find this anywhere, YouTube, Facebook, on our pages and our group, we want you to follow the group, follow the page, and then like and love it, the program, make comments and ask questions. And above all, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we ask that you also check the notification bell so that the next time we come on live or we upload a video on our YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it. We invite you to contribute to this movement by your comments and by your questions. Say your mind, criticize what we are doing. In fact, the criticism is very important. We need to know where you think we are going wrong. and we need to know where you think we are going right. Our intention is to see if we can save this country that is collapsing. If you are in this country, you do not know that it is collapsing, then you fall into Bob Marley's group of the fool has a lot of water, but is still thirsty. And those who don't know their history don't know where they're going. And Bob Marley has said that we should remember our history. Thank you very much once again, and have a blessed country in the future as you work to make it happen.